Hello and welcome to day number 2 of our virtual Euro 2020 tournament, taking place on the actual dates as if these matches were taking place. Well, what a day it has been. We've had our fixtures now. What I'm going to do with these highlight videos is I'm actually going to leave the matches in full so you can get every breath of experience of what's going on. Yes, the videos will be long. They will probably be about an hour, but for those of you, of course, that actually did miss the games and wanted to watch them, they are going to be available for you for absolutely free on the YouTube channel every single day, and you get to see everything that went on. There was goals, there were drama, and thank God there were goals because we definitely needed them. You can find out all the drama. We have Wales versus Switzerland as our first game from match day 1 Group A. Then we have Denmark versus Finland and Belgium versus Russia to kick off Group B. There's a couple of shocks in there. Enjoy the highlights and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, welcome along to St. Petersburg in Russia for this fixture in Group A between Switzerland and Wales. You saw last night that the Turks and the Italians played off in the opening fixture of this tournament. It didn't go to plan for either side, a 0-0 draw, which was a little bit disappointing, specifically for the Turks, because they didn't get the 3 points that they could have had. But it's not about them today. Both of these sides will certainly be coming into this game enthusiastic and hoping that they can nick some points on the board. As it stands, it's Twitch Dylan's Wales going up against KL1602's Switzerland. Now, of course, national anthems are very quiet right now. I still need to sort that out, which is something I'll get that sorted out. Hopefully for the next game. Somebody remind me in the chat. Of course, we are live doing this on twitch.tv. You could join us on there. The link is in the description. As always, we're doing this virtual tournament between June the 12th and July the 11th. Of course, all these games being played in actual, not real time, but to the accordance of the original dates that these games would have been played had the competition been going on in real life. We have a couple of score predictions in the chat. A couple of people are predicting 2-1 Wales, 3-1 to the Den, says Doherty. And Chris Watch say 2-2 Wales. So here are the lineups. Jan Sommer in goal. Back four, Rodriguez, Shah, Kanji and Barbu. Xhaka and Zakari in midfield. With Bril Donald and Bolo, of course you remember him, formerly of Schalke and FC Basel. He is up top today. And as for Wales, a front three of Matondo, Daniel James and Gareth Bale. It's a very, very pacey attack line for the Welsh today. Aaron Ramsey, of course, of Juventus, is in the midfield. So the ball is about to get rolling. If one of these sides can nick the points today, they will go top of the table with Italy and Turkey dropping points. And here we go. Fixture number 2. The last fixture of match day 1 in Group A begins here. Switzerland versus Wales. And we are off, of course. It's going to be an intriguing game. Both sides really need to go for it today. Of course, as I said before, they can take the top of the table here. So they definitely don't want a draw, but we get a nice little early free kick here. Not the most convincing of positions to hit this one, but a tackle there, an early tackle from Aaron Ramsey on Shaqiri. We get a free kick here, and is this going to be hit? It's quite far out, I'd say, to be hitting this one. I think this could be lofted in, we'll find out here. Granit Xhaka is standing over this. We know he's a good player on his day. He decided to loft this in, but unfortunately not lofted with much trajectory. Now, of course, both of these sides, back in Euro 2016, went on their most impressive runs. Matondo! Oh! Well, it wasn't Matondo there. It was Bril Donald Embolo. And it was just a mistake at the back there. Just really let him off there, Bril Donald Embolo. Who did I get missed the draw on Thursday? Welcome in, Jack Brooks. I will put that in the chat for you now. But Bril Donald Embolo there, missing a massive opportunity. Of course, there's a lot of pressure on these sides to come out and get the points, but just poor defending there. Here is Embolo, actually. Of course, you'll know him. Formerly of Schalke and Basel, one of the star-talented players of the future, of course. Now at Gladbach. Here's Gareth Bale. He's playing up top today for the Welsh. Here is Rabbi Matondo. I don't know why I've got Rabbi Matondo in my head. I think it's just because originally we were trying to sort out the lineups for the Welsh side. And, of course, we were trying to sort out whether to play Wilson or Matondo. So Matondo's still in my head. But back to the game. We've got Stefan here on the ball. Into Fabian Schär of Newcastle United, of course. Expected to be taken over very shortly. Great ball into Mehmedi on the left-hand side. Cuts in. Could work this one in. I mean, a nice early goal would be fantastic. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez. Back to Ahmed Mehmedi. Into Embolo again. it's just over the bar. And I tell you what, the Swiss here in the first kind of 10 minutes are absolutely dominating. Lots of crosses going in. Second opportunity there for Brill Donald Mbolo. Welcome in, yeah, boy. This is the first game of the day. We've just started, so you're here right on time. But probably used to seeing Wales in red as well. Yeah, that's another thing. It is weird seeing that Wales are in a white kit today and the Swiss are in a red. You get so used to seeing the Welsh shirt playing in there, of course, famous red colours. But here are the Swiss on the ball. Of course, they are at home today in this fixture. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez of PSV Eindhoven. He's bombing down the side into Mbolo. Now this time it's absolutely perfectly defended. Shaqiri back to Rodriguez. Into Shaqiri, of course, of Liverpool. Not, as of current, doing much in terms of being in the Liverpool squad. Zakaria tries to loft it back. And Babu into Stefan. Hit short. And there's going to be our first corner of the game. Goals could be scored in Pez, right, Josh? Well, I hope so, because, of course, first fixture ended 0-0. Let's hope this one goes a little bit differently. It's going to be whipped in by Shaqiri here. Taken short to Brill Donald Mbolo, who's been having a couple of chances here. He's still going to run with it. And the referee gives the free kick here to Wales. I don't know what the idea there was from Brill Donald Mbolo to hold the ball up. But he continues on here. And of course, if you are joining us for the first time, Gareth Bale is in here. Before I say it, Bale tries to loft it in. Tries to get it to Matondo, but some good defending there from the Swiss side. Now, here's Ledley. It's an open affair, this one. James Bale! Surely! Oh, he's just not hit with enough trajectory. And it's simply saved there by Jan Sommer. I mean, first 25 minutes of this one, much more lively than the previous fixture in terms of opportunities. Both sides having a good couple of chances. Now, here's Mbolo holding the ball up. He moves it to Mehmedi. It comes off at the back of Ricardo Rodriguez there. And everybody pushes forward here. Now here's Bale. Of course, he's playing up top today. Not doing much at Real Madrid right now, of course, you remember him. For that infamous flag which says Golf Wales Madrid. In real life, he's not done much for the club over the last couple of years. We keep going here. Here's Mbabu into Renato Stefan of Wolfsburg, currently fighting for a Europa League spot in the Bundesliga. He's going to whip this one in. And another corner here for the Swiss. I tell you what, first 25 minutes, we're still waiting for a goal in this one. But it's been a very, very enticing affair. Plenty of opportunities for both sides. Can this be whipped in? This time by Shaqiri. It's crossed in. It's punched away by the keeper. And it lands at Robbie Matondo. Now the Welsh can counter-attack. And if there is one player you'd want to have on a counter-attack, it's that man, Gareth Bale. But it's fantastic defending there from Mbabu, who just muscles him off the ball. And we are waiting for our first goal here in this game. Here's Mehmedi, who's been quite dominant down this left-hand side of the field. Crosses it into Renato Stefan, into Shaqiri. Back to Denis Zakaria of Gladbach. Into Xhaka, who formerly did used to be of Gladbach, of course, of Arsenal in real life right now. He's certainly had an interesting career at Arsenal. He still goes with the ball here. Into Ricardo Rodriguez. Of course, PSV Eindhoven. Into Mehmedi. Into Mbolo! Oh, he's missed it. He's got to score. That is an opportunity that has been absolutely blazed there by Donald Mbolo. I mean, it's great work here. Mehmedi into Mbolo, who's just wide of the post. He's got to score that. But he goes out for a goal kick. And I tell you what, the Swiss here in this first 40 minutes are having a fantastic start to this game. Couple of good chances, but Mbolo there missing yet again what could have been an opportunity to put his side into the lead. Now here's Stefan of Wolfsburg into Shaqiri of Liverpool. Back to Zakaria, into Stefan. Wales are really being, as of right now, dominated in terms of stats. We're having a substitution here already in this game. Now we're being told here that we would like Harry Wilson on for Robbie Matondo. So an early substitution in this game from the Welsh. I don't think Twitch_Dylan123 is happy with what's going on right now in this game. I think the substitution will be made in the second half. It all depends whether the ball goes out of play in time. Here's Gareth Bale. It's great defending there. Into Xhaka. For Zakaria. Back to Xhaka again. We're still waiting for a goal here. 1 minute of additional time. Blocked there. Into Shah. Into Akanji. And the referee blows his whistle in this first fixture. And at half-time, it's Switzerland 0, Wales 0. A couple of good chances there. Brill Donald Mbolo missing what was a great opportunity. But at half-time, Switzerland 0, Wales 0. Today's edition of the Euro 2020 virtual tournament is sponsored by The Athletic, which is your home for all of the latest news, feature pieces and much more within the world of sports. Whether you like football, WWE, NFL, combat sports, you name the sport, they cover it on their website. It includes a world-class team of writers, including the likes of Oliver Kay and Raphael Honigstein. And you're probably wondering, how do I sign up? It's very, very simple. The link is in the description of every single YouTube video. And if you're watching on Twitch, you can also use !Athletic in the chat, and there is a link for you to be able to go and sign up. If you can't access that, then it's theathletic.co.uk/thesportscorner. I'll repeat that, theathletic.co.uk/sportscorner. You get yourself 50% off your annual subscription, as well as a 7-day free trial. So why not come and join us once again, theathletic.co.uk/sportscorner. Well, hello and welcome back to what was a dramatic first half of football. Plenty of chances from the Swiss side, as you can see possession-wise. 74% possession for the Swiss. 3 shots, but none on target. Of course, we had a couple of good opportunities in that first half. Let's have a look at the highlights of that first half before we get into the second half of this game. So as you can see here, Bril Donald-Embolo really has been the star of this fixture in terms of opportunities, but none of them have been on target as of yet. First opportunity there. It came in the 6th minute for Bril Donald-Embolo. A nice, lovely crossed ball into the path of his head, which he missed again. Then in the 14th minute, he had a very similar opportunity once again. Whipped in and just over the bar once again this time, and that was missed. And then the biggest opportunity of the first half so far, yet again, he could have had another goal here, and this was the opportunity that he had to bury, which he was wide of the mark. And unfortunately, as it stands right now, it's still 0-0 at half-time in this one. Not good enough, says Twitch Dylan, who of course is the manager of the Welsh side in this fixture. There's a lot of work to be done. Just want to make sure here. Do you want to bring on any changes? We do indeed. We do have a call for a substitution here of Woodburn. Who would you like to bring on, Twitch Dylan, in this second half of the fixture? Of course, Kale1602 has already said make any substitutions after the 60th minute. Of course, he's not here today to be able to watch this fixture. He's doing a Bundesliga watch-along right now. On our YouTube channel, of course, !YouTube, if you want to keep an eye out for that. We are going to have a substitution, though. Ben Woodburn is going to be coming on here for Joe Ledley. So that is the substitution we're having here. But keep your eyes out, of course. There are more fixtures to come today and over the week. As you can see on the screen, we've got Denmark v Finland and Russia versus Belgium still to come today. And then tomorrow, we've got Netherlands v Ukraine, Romania versus Austria, and England versus Croatia. Keep your eyes out for those fixtures. But without further ado, I think it's time to get back into the second half of this fixture. So here we go. A first half dominated by the Swiss. Can they take the opportunities that they did have in the first half of this game? And of course the Welsh here, 26% possession, not the most intriguing in terms of opportunities so far in this game for them. They've not really had any shots at all in terms of the game. E. Doherty, there is a link for you in the chat. But here we go. Can we get our first goal of this tournament? We're still waiting for it, or is this going to end 0-0 once again? Here's Harry Wilson. This could be the first chance for Wales of the day. Wilson goes for goal. Good shot and a good save there by Jan Sommer. And, well, they had to have an opportunity on goal here. We've been waiting quite a while for something from the Welsh side, and Wilson here just takes a pop at goal. Jan Sommer is easily able to save that. Not really hit with much trajectory, more straight towards the goalkeeper. But our first corner of the game here for the Welsh. Can they get it going? Here's Gareth Bale, whips this one in for the back post. Ramsey takes a touch. Ramsey hits it, it's blocked, and it's going to be cleared here away by Mehmedi. But the Welsh are starting to put the pressure here on the Swiss. Here's Woodburn. Back to Joe Allen. Into Ben Davies. Into Daniel James. It's lovely football here from the Welsh. They certainly look like they've come out better here. It's in for Bale! Oh, it's just over. It's just over. And I mean, well, we'll give credit to the Welsh here. They've got a corner, but they are putting the pressure on. Bale whips this in for the back post. Still there. Oh, he's hit the side netting. Aaron Ramsey. Oh, well, that is unlucky. They've come out here. Bale, a little bit of deflection on the opportunity. Aaron Ramsey tries to hit it first time, but it is unfortunately into the side net. A little bit like that chance Sterling had against Italy not too long ago. Of course, at the Euros before. But we're still waiting for our first goal of the tournament so far. Of course, I've been told by Kale1602 that if there's been nothing going on in the 60th minute to make all of the changes, as far as I'm aware, he said, I'm just going to make sure that he said that, so I don't make any changes that he didn't ask for. But we keep going with this game here. Yep, all 3 changes in the 60th minute, so we'll have those very, very shortly. Here's Xhaka. Good little defensive work there by Joe Allen. And it is the 60th minute, which means I'm going to make the changes here for the Swiss. So what we're going to do is I will take the more tired players off. So Mehmedi will come off for Zuba. Shaqiri will stay on. I'm going to take Mbolo off for him because I don't think he'd be happy with Mbolo right now in the way he's been playing. And then the other substitution, which is really tough with this side, we'll take Stefan off and Fashnat will come on here. So that is the Swiss changes. Just want to make sure. Does Dylan want to make any changes to his Welsh side while I'm on the screen as of right now? Just to make sure that we have both sides set up, of course, as I said before. You've never seen this before. 24 players from across the world are taking part in this competition. They're the managers. They get to choose the sides. Of course, the fixtures are simulated. Brooks for Joe Allen is going to be the substitution that we're having. So all 3 substitutions have been made here by the Welsh side, and all 3 substitutions have been made by the Swiss side. It really is crunch time now because we're into the last half an hour of this game. Can we get the first goal of this fixture? I'm being told as well to switch Aaron Ramsey and Brooks around, so we'll do that now. So we've done that. There we go. We're all sorted out. Let's go back to the game again. Thank you very much, guys, for everybody that's been watching. And if you are enjoying it, of course, it'd be greatly appreciated to leave a subscription on the YouTube channel and even a follow on Twitch, because this tournament is going on over the next month. Now here is Ben Davies, who tries to clear that out in a little bit of desperation, but it does give the Swiss an opportunity here. And all 6 subs between the 2 sides have been made. It really is crunch time now. Here's Daniel James. He moves this into David Brooks, of course, of Bournemouth in real life. Can he be the man to really get this game going with 25 minutes left of the match? It's hit long for Gareth Bale, but it's not going to make it to him. Rodriguez moves it into Manuel Akanji, of course. He's a Borussia Dortmund in real life. We've got a really good side on paper. As I said before, Euro 2016 is when these sides have been most at their impressive in the last decade. Here's Fashnat into Seferovic. That's a poor ball there from Seferovic. I don't think KL will be happy with that one. Bale. Well, he hits it to absolutely no one there. And now we could see a counter-attack here from the Swiss. Shaqiri into Fashnat. Could he go for it? He's still got the ball. Oh, it's great work there from Brooks to just clear his line. We move it into Gunter, who heads it towards Bale, of course. As I said, both of these sides, they really need to take the 3 points here because the Italy and the Turkish sides, they got a 0-0 draw in that opening fixture as well. And as it stands, the table would be all set with each team at 1 point apiece, which would make Group A certainly interesting in that second match day. We'd start to see who'd want to come out on top in terms of those fixtures. But there's still time in this one. 13 minutes. Stefan Zuba is absolutely bombing down the left-hand side of the field here. He's absolutely wiped out. And the referee is going to give a throw-in for the Welsh here. Can we see a goal? I hope we can, Chris. We're still waiting for something to happen. I've got to say, the Welsh, they had a 10-minute spell where they had some good opportunities. But they've gone a little bit quiet again here. The Swiss starting to really attack a little bit more. I don't think both managers will be happy right now. Here's Zuba. Works this into Ricardo Rodriguez. Back to Zuba again. Is he going to whip this one in? Back to Ricardo Rodriguez. Into Zuba. For Shaqiri. Oh, back to Rodriguez. It's good football here from the Swiss. Can they work something from it? Taking their time. Rodriguez still holds it. And I don't know what he's doing there. He's not hit it to anyone. Why has Rodriguez done that? It's so reckless. Now here's Harry Wilson. Could the Welsh nick this late on? Bale. Woodburn. Back to Ramsey. Into David Brooks. just greedy from Rodriguez a moment ago. I don't know why he didn't hit that into the box or at least take a shot. Here's Wilson, hits it for Bale, just goes missing from the Welshman. Now here's Bale, back to Ramsey. They're holding the ball here. Woodburn tries to hit it long, but it's a poor ball, and surely that's going to be it. Well, how long's the ref going to add on? It's a great ball here from Sommer. 1 minute of additional time. It's a good tackle, and if you're going to hit it now, you've got to go for it, Daniel James. He's hit it for Bale. He's held in the ball. Bale, it's a tackle. And, well, the referee blows his whistle, and unfortunately, Group A is at an absolute standstill. Both sides could not cancel each other out, and unfortunately, Group A ends with all 4 teams on 1 point. It ends here, Switzerland 0, Wales 0. Well, welcome to Munich in Germany for the first fixture of matchday 1 in Group B between Denmark and Finland. Well, the tournament so far has really not set itself alight. Both of the games in matchday 1, Group A, ending 0-0, which means all the sides are on the same amount of points, goal difference and everything. But hopefully, Group B can show them how it is done. And we start off with 2 of the minnow sides within this group, Denmark and Finland. They're hoping to, of course, cause a shock. They do, of course, have to play off against Russia and Belgium, the 2 favourites to go through from this group. But we could have, hopefully, some goals in this game, with both sides looking to cause an upset for either side here and take the first 3 points of the tournament home. Now, Finland have never actually qualified for an international tournament before, so this is the first time that Finland have played off within a competition, so no pressure for the Finnish. Of course, they'll be hoping that they can pick up their first competitive international tournament victory. Of course, they've never played at the World Cup or the Euros before, although they do have a couple of decent players on their side. So let's have a look at the lineups today. Of course, Kasper Schmeichel in goal, back through Christensen, Kjaer and Andersen. Up top, Jorgensen, Poulsen, and of course their star man, Christian Eriksen of Inter Milan. As for the Finnish side, they have got some decent players in their team. Of course, Teemu Pukki is up top, the man of Norwich City. Roman Eremenko, you might remember him, of course, getting suspended in real life for drug abuse. He's back into the Finnish side today, and hopefully this can be the game that really kick-starts this tournament. It's lacked goals, although there has been plenty of chances. And we begin here, Group B, match day 1, Denmark versus Finland. Let's hope for some goals. So, of course, the Danish side here today have gone very, very attacking. 3 at the back formation, which is the first time you've actually seen that played in this tournament. A lot of people have gone for the 4 at the back. Will it work to their greater effect? Of course, we'll find out within this game of football. Here is Billing, of formerly of Huddersfield Town, still currently is, into Delaney, who thought he was going to go for a long shot there, nice and early in the 5th minute, but that was unfortunately blocked for him. Here is Roman Eremenko, of course, as I said before, he has been suspended in real life for a couple of years now. I think he's actually able to be back in the Finnish side. Suspended by FIFA for about 2 or 3 years for drug abuse. But he's back on the pitch, and hopefully he can lead this Finnish side to glory. I think, of course, most people will be looking at the Finland side as the outsiders of this group, probably likely to finish at the bottom. Can they maybe cause a shock today and take the points away from Denmark? Here's Eriksen. Moves it into the path of Jacob Brun-Larsen, formerly of Dortmund, now at Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. Some good defending there from the Finnish side. And of course, the people that are watching live on the stream, they're hoping for some goals. I'm hoping for some goals because we've had loads and loads of chances so far in this competition, but nobody seems to be taking the opportunities as it currently stands. I mean, even in the playoffs, it was a little bit dodgy. Here's Hamelin. He is absolutely doing fantastic here. Still going. Hamelin. He's holding the ball. Great work from him. Into Hetimaj for Pukki, who takes a touch, but unfortunately doesn't get an opportunity on goal. Here comes Larsen, who's taking his time here to work the ball into Nikolai Jorgensen, of course, of Feyenoord in the Eredivisie. Here he is on the ball now. It's a strong attacking lineup. He's still got the ball, Jorgensen. Back to Larsen. It's good work here from the Danish side. Into Billing, who goes for goal, but it's blocked. And of course here in the first 20 minutes, we are really starting just with a little bit of a slow start here for Finland. We've got some support in the Twitch chat from Saja. He says, come on Finland, best of luck to both sides. Can we go attacking, please? I'd like them to go attacking. I can change that in game for you, so let me sort that out. We'll get this sorted out here with your tactics. Do you want it kind of like an all-out attack, just to make sure? I don't know how you're wanting it here. Do you want it out wide defensive? You choose your tactic here in terms of the way you want to play it. And I'll get that sorted out. Of course, as I said before, these are real-life players taking part in this tournament. The winner does get a cash prize within this game. So, of course, they have got the tactics and everything they want to do with their team. They can all sort it out to how they want their team to play in game. But how are you wanting it? Do you kind of want to change it up so the formation changes in game? All-out attack. Right, okay. We've got an approach here from Lethal of all-out attack. Do you want to make a change here? Because you're going to have Larson as a CDM. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll do that. You might want to make a change. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we've got a bid here for all-out attack from Lethal. Just to make sure. Do you want to stick with Larson in midfield for now? Or do you want to kind of change it up already so you've got an actual midfielder? You fix the team. Are you wanting the team as it usually is? Give me 2 seconds, then I'm going to have to change that. Apologies about this. I'll need to change it. I didn't know whether you'd want to stick with the idea that they've got on the team there, or can we drop Ericsson? Yeah, I can drop Ericsson slightly. So let me drop Ericsson. I'll drop him there. About there. Is that alright for you in game? Go for the kill, but it will end up backfiring with a counter attack from Finland, especially with the lethal finisher Pookie. Is that alright for you? And I'll keep Larson on for now, and if you need a change, we'll bring on somebody. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Do you not want to bring on someone like Braithwaite instead, and have an actual striker up top? So, of course, as I said, the managers are making the changes here, so if you don't, I can change it back. This will do. I want him attacking mid and Poulsen centre forward. Right, so I'll do that, and we'll keep Larson on for now. Poulsen goes as the centre forward. We'll do that. There you go. So that is how it's going to work. We'll have him as the attacking midfielder. Poulsen and Jorgensen are the two players. I'm going to move him up very slightly here, and I'll change him as the centre forward too. Yeah, we'll keep it as that. Is that all right with you, Lethal? If that is, then that is absolutely perfect, I think. Yeah, he's a 67 either way here. Perfect. Boom. Right, let's go back into the game. A couple of changes here. There we go. A couple of changes from the Denmark side. They are going all-out attack. They want goals in this game. Quick change formation. And here we go. Let's see what happens here. Eriksson into Brun Larsen. He's absolutely bombing down this side. In for Poulsen, but he just can't get there. But he does get the ball back. No, he doesn't, because Hetimaj is there to sort it out. Here's Roman Eremenko into Hetimaj. Of course, these sides are making changes with their managers, of course. Real-life managers taking part in this competition. So no pressure on them. The Danish manager, which is Lethal as it stands, has gone all-out attack. He wants goals. He wants his side to take the first 3 points of the competition home. Here's Hetimaj, formerly of Kievo Verona in the Serie A. Here's Eremenko. He's going to work this into the path of Lod. And he just can't get that ball out there. No pressure here for the Danes. They really do need to push this. Here's Brun Larsen. What's he going to do with it into Simon Kjaer? He's going to hit this long for Poulsen. Of course, one of the tallest players on the pitch at RB Leipzig right now in the Bundesliga. Currently working alongside Mr. Timo Werner. Of course, we know he's moving to Chelsea in real life very shortly. Here comes Granlund. Here's Lod. Back to Granlund. It's a slow burner, this one, in the first 35 minutes. I mean, for the love of God, can we have the first goal of the tournament, please? I mean, we've been waiting quite a while here. I just want to make sure that this has actually changed it in-game. Yeah, it has. I just want to make sure there, because it doesn't seem very all-out attack right now, but it actually is. Here's Halsti. Back to Halsti again. Of course, the Finnish here may want to just hold on and waste some time in this game. And try and take a point home, of course. Put the pressure on the other side. Now here's Brun Larsen. He's going to work on the right-hand side. Tries to pass it to Eriksson, but it's a terrible ball. And I tell you what, so far, although the Danish are all-out attack, they've not been convincing at all. Here's Lam. I think the Danish are very poor so far. And I think the Finnish here look quite happy to just take a point. Here's Hetimaj. Back to Uranen. They look quite happy to waste a bit of time here. Back to Hetimaj again. And that is worked there by Sinan Kjaer. Into Billing. Back to Simon Kjaer of AC Milan, of course. At Sevilla in real life, but on loan at AC Milan. Move to Larson on the left-hand side. Poulsen is calling for that ball. He's whipped it into Poulsen, but it's just over the bar. And at half-time of this game, it's Denmark 0, Finland 0. And, well, to say the Danish have gone all-out attack, they've not really done much so far. I think the Finnish are quite happy here to sit back and not really do anything, as you can see stats-wise. 3 shots, none on target. As for the Finnish, they've not had a shot at all in this game. More possession, but they're not really doing anything with it as it stands so far. Let's have a quick look at the highlights before we make some changes. As we can see, Lethal is wanting to make a change to that Danish side. The first opportunity, as it actually pretty much came in the 46 minutes in terms of decent chances. Yusuf Poulsen with a header that just went high and wide across the bar there. Let's have a 0-0 tournament. Please, no, we don't want that. So we are going to have a change here, as I said. Lethal is wanting to bring on Braithwaite as a left winger in this game, so we will do that now. Left wing forward there. I'll put him as a second striker for you if you want in that, so then he can come and cut in and kind of help these guys out. If you don't want him as a second striker, then give me a heads up and I'll put him as the left wing forward. In terms of Ralphie, does Ralphie want to make any changes while we're at half time here? Or are we going to stick with the same lineup? I think he'll be the happy of the sides right now. 0-0. He'll be very happy with that. So Lethal's happy with Braithwaite as the shadow striker, and Ralphie is happy with his side. So we can take a quick drink, and we'll go to the second half. That's all sorted. Of course, if you're new to the stream, this tournament is taking place between June the 12th and July the 11th. It'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a follow to keep an eye out on how this tournament goes. But let's go into the second half in a second. Lethal says he wants Billing to swap with Delaney. There we go. So let's swap them around. We'll put him as the centre midfielder for you. And that is everything sorted out. So here we go. Let's get into this second half. Well, the first half of this game was not the most enticing of matches. The Danish manager, Lethal, of course, he asked for his team to be all-out attack. But unfortunately, nothing has come of good so far. Here comes Hetimaj on the left-hand side here. Of course, the Finnish side here look quite happy to take a point. Hetimaj is not really doing much with the ball right now. Moves it into Roman Eremenko, into Kamara. He's going to pass it back to Roman Eremenko, who goes for goal. It's straight at the keeper, and Kasper Schmeichel can easily save this one. But so far this tournament, he's had a lot of chances, just not really been taken at all. I mean, it's quite the opposite of the World Cup 2018. But now, here comes Jacob Brun-Larsen. Maybe it's the first opportunity of this game. He's going into the box. He's taking his time. He's not really pushing it. And I don't know what he's doing there. What is it with people on this game not passing and being greedy? Because that's honestly what it's been like in these first 2 fixtures of the day so far. Here's Joachim Andersen of Lyon, of course. Formerly of Sampdoria. Moved to Lyon last season, of course, for quite a sizable fee. He's not been doing too bad in the French league, of course. We move it to Yusuf Poulsen, who's going to be moved for Nikolai Jorgensen. But Lam is easily able to save that opportunity. And so far, the Danish are having a great amount of opportunities, but they're just not doing much with it. We can see on the touchline, Lethal is not happy with his Danish side here in terms of the opportunities. Now here's Yusuf Poulsen, who's pretty much been the star of this game so far. Into Delaney, who just gets the ball back there. Good work from him. Into Billing. Now into Nikolai Jorgensen for Poulsen. Back to Jorgensen. He slips and he takes a shot. I mean, if that had gone in, that would have been a pretty fantastic goal. But a chance there from Jorgensen. He pretty much slips as he takes the opportunity. I don't know if the tackle came in there, which he did. And unfortunately, as he slips, he does get some contact with the ball and it goes out for a goal kick. But it's better here from the Danish. 60 minutes in, they're having a couple of good chances, I think, right now. Ralphie will certainly be happy that his side are still 0-0. But the Danish will really need to pick up points, of course. Our next game is Russia versus Belgium. That will be coming up very, very shortly in today's highlights package. Now here's Granlund for the Finnish. Of course, anybody wanting to make changes? Oh, Teemu Pukki nearly just put Finland in the lead with an absolutely incredible acrobatic opportunity. Well, look at this ball that was whipped in here. And he goes for the acrobatic just wide of the post. Imagine had that have gone in. Brun Larsen is coming off at the 70th. Leithel's not happy here. And I tell you what, that would have been an absolutely incredible chance had Teemu Pukki stroked that home into the back of the net. But 66 minutes in here, they're still all out attack, the Danish. Here is Yusuf Poulsen. He can't get the ball. Good work there from Halsti. He's going to pass this into Lam. Of course, I am going to make a change here for Leithel in the 70th minute. So when he does hit the 70th, I'll pause it and I'll let him make the change. But the finish here, I think Ralphie will be absolutely happy with his side right now in how they've played. Just stroking the ball around. They've had an opportunity. I'm going to pause it here so we can make the change for him. Of course, Leithel wants to make a change with Brun Larsen coming off. Who would you like to bring on at this stage of the game? Leithel, and we'll bring them on. But of course, keep your eyes out as well, because we do have one more fixture coming today on stream. Belgium versus Russia. It's going to be a very exciting game. Chris, the minutes are on 10 minutes. 10 minutes and a half for this game. I might even have to turn it up at this rate. It's crazy. I want Eriksson out wide. So Eriksson's going to play out wide. Do you want him as the second striker? Or do you want him as a winger? And you want Brun Larsen on for Lasse Schoen, which we'll have there as the centre midfielder. There's a pass on Jorgensen. It's a goal. There's a lot of pressure here for them. Do you want... Yeah, Eriksson is the, another shadow striker. This is how it's looking right now for Denmark. Ralphie, are you wanting to make any changes? Inniken... Let me check if he is a striker for you. Inniken isn't, but he can go on your side if you want. Do you want Inniken as the striker? And we'll get Inniken in there. We'll make sure. Perfect. You're absolutely going for it now. Absolutely going for it. And Ralphie's going to make a change as well. He's bringing Inniken on. I mean, he's got to be buzzing right now with the way that this is going. So, the Danes are going all out attack now. They're making another change. Another striker's coming on. That's 4 strikers up top. Here is Lod, who, of course, Finland are going to make a change of their own in a minute. Inniken is going to be coming on up top. Can the finish nick a point? Or even nick 3? We'll find out with the last 15 minutes of this game. Here's Yusuf Poulsen, who gets the ball, but he doesn't go into the path of anyone. Kamara can get that ball back. He moves it into the path of Halsti. Back to Lam. I mean, the Finland side here just looks quite happy to sit and pass this around the back. Not really having any opportunities at all apart from that Pukki acrobatic shot. But now this could be where the counter-attack is on. Nikolai Jorgensen, he moves it to the box. Why did he pass it? But of course, he passed it into an offside position. Greedy play there. I mean, I know he's trying to be nice, but he had so much space to work that into the box, and he didn't take it. Oh, well, I mean, that has got to be surely the opportunity of the game to have at least a punt at goal, and he's absolutely fucked it there. I mean, I'm saying that because he should have taken that. He really should have taken that. But we keep playing here. 13 minutes of the game left. The Swiss side, which we played a moment ago, ended 0-0. The Italian and Turkish game ended 0-0. Is this going to end 0-0? But now this could be a chance for Nikolai Jorgensen. It's in! We have our first goal, and the Danish have struck late on in this game. Nikolai Jorgensen, just a moment ago we thought he'd missed the opportunity, and Jorgensen has smashed it in, and the Finland side finally go down. And in the 79th minute of this game, it's Denmark 1, Finland 0. And well, they have been absolutely knocking at the door all game long, and this Finland side have happily sat back, done nothing all game. But look at that fantastic header there from Yusuf Poulsen, and Jorgensen, who just a moment ago missed a great opportunity to put them into the lead, smashes it home, and as it stands, it's Denmark 1, Finland 0. And well, with 10 minutes to go, how do this Finland side respond? We finally have our first goal of this game, and it's an absolute belter of an opportunity in this match from Nikolai Jorgensen. And well, the pressure's on now. What will the Finnish do with the last 10 minutes remaining? Leithel is happy to keep attacking right now. His side are absolutely dominating this game in terms of how they've played, with loads of opportunities. And that was an absolutely fantastic goal there from Nikolai Jorgensen. And we finally have the first goal of this competition. It's game on in this one. Here's Braithwaite. He's going to move this into the goal scorer, Nikolai Jorgensen. Back to Braithwaite again, of course. On loan at Barcelona right now. Not really going to be doing much there. Oh, it's a great ball in for Braithwaite. He tries to cross it in, but we've got a corner. Good work here from the Danish. Last couple of minutes of this game left. Could they make it 2? Here's Eriksson. He's going to whip this one in. Could they make it 2-0 late on and take all the points home? He's going to whip this in. And unfortunately, it doesn't make it to anybody in the box. And of course here, the ball's actually stayed in play, which is mental. Now here's Hetemaj. We've got 2 minutes of additional time here. Into Teemu Pukki, into Inniken, who's just come on a couple of moments ago. Now to Hetemaj. They are counter-attacking quite well here. Can the Finnish nick something late on? They can't. And Shona is going to hit the ball away. And that is that. Our first goal of the competition comes from Nikolaj Jorgensen. And the Danish will be absolutely buzzing. They battered Finland all game long. I mean, the Finnish side were quite happy to sit there and wait for any counter-attacks. But it's that man, Nikolaj Jorgensen, who nicks the 3 points. And as the game finishes, we have our first victory of the competition. Nikolaj Jorgensen scores the winner. And it's Denmark 1, Finland 0. Well, welcome along to this game in Munich in Germany as our second game of Group B kicks on here. We had a fantastic game between Denmark and Finland just a couple of moments ago. It was a brilliant game which Nikolaj Jorgensen scored the winner. It now means both of these sides are under severe pressure to take home their first 3 points of the group and put a lot of pressure on their opposition sides to try and qualify. Well, the Belgians and the Russians, they faced off last time in the Euro qualifiers. They're back at it again to face off against each other in the actual tournament. Both sides are being managed by Higster 2000. He's currently managing the Belgian side. While E. Doherty is managing the Russians, of course. 24 players from across the world are taking part in this tournament for a cash prize for the winner. So we are having the national anthems, which you still can't hear because I've not fixed it because nobody reminded me. It's alright, we could go on without the national anthems though. I will eventually fix that so we can hear them miming to the national anthems. But of course, it's going to be a very, very tricky game. We're having score predictions in the chat. A lot of people are saying that the Belgians are going to win this. So here are the lineups. Of course, Russia, Igor Akinfeev is in goal. Fedor Smolov is up top. Of course, that's starman Denis Shoshev. He was an absolute talent at the World Cup 2018. He is on the pitch today as a attacking midfielder. While the Belgians, it's a strong, strong side. Hazard and Lukaku are up top together. De Bruyne and Mertens and Yuri Tielemans. There's kind of like a midfield 5 going on. It's going to be a dramatic game. We've had our first goal of the tournament already. Without further ado, the ball is about to get rolling for our final fixture of day number 2 of the tournament. Russia versus Belgium. It all begins here. And as I said before, these sides have faced off against each other 7 times in real life. Belgium winning all 5. Can the Russians nick a point today? We're going to start off here with Gazinski on the ball, of course. The Russians did absolutely fantastic at the 2018 World Cup, reaching the semi-finals. He's in for Miranchuk! Oh, well, he hit that on the volley 4 minutes into this fixture. We've already had our first opportunity from the Russians here. As you can see, Miranchuk, lovely dinked ball into him, and he hits it on the half volley, but not really going to affect the goalkeeper there in terms of having to dive. But the first opportunity of the game, and the Russians are starting on the front foot here. You know, as I said before, these sides actually did face off in the Euro qualifiers, which Belgium did beat them 4-1. Can they do the same again? Of course, we've had our first goal of the competition, which means this tournament can really start to kick on. Maybe it was just the fact that the 4 teams in Group A were quite boring. Well, to be fair, the games weren't boring, just they weren't scoring goals. Let's hope that this game can bring us some more goals. Here we go, the Russians starting on the front foot. Here is Golovin, of course, of AS Monaco in the French league. Into Zobnin, moves it into Gazinski, into Denis Shoshev. He's going to go for goal. Oh, it's just wide. I thought it was in. I thought that was in. And Denis Shoshev, well, he scored a similar goal against Croatia at the World Cup in 2018. I thought that was in the back of the net then. That was just a whisker away. Oh, that was so close there. And the Russians here, well, so close to making it 1-0, and Cheryshev, who has been absolutely fantastic at the World Cup, nearly smashed that in the back of the net. That would have been an absolute screamer. And the Belgians in the first 10 minutes are a little bit on the a little bit behind. Here they are, first little spell of possession. Lukaku, he moves it into Eden Hazard. He's going to hold the ball up into Lukaku. Great ball, but it's absolutely smashed away there. And our first corner of the game. It's a good start to this one, 10 minutes in. And we've got a corner here, which Eden Hazard is going to take. What can he do? I think he could play this short into Lukaku. We'll find out. He whips it in. It's going to be headed, but it's cleared away there. Nainggolan, he can get the ball back, of course. One of the players has been missing from the squad. He hits it, De Bruyne, but it's blocked. And Hazard can't get the ball back. Now it's Mertens. He's going to hold the ball. Great work here from Mertens. He's bombing forward. Mertens, but it's cleared away and into the path of Gazinski. And now the Belgians can really start to counter-attack. Here is Fedor Smolov, of course, currently off Celta Vigo in Spain. He's whipped it in. Moranchuk goes for the acrobatics again, but unfortunately for the second time, it's just a little bit high. And I tell you what here, this is a very, very lively affair between both sides. A lot of acrobatic stuff going on within these games. Of course, we had Pukki in that game before this one that went for the acrobatics. But this one, not as close as Pukki this time. But good work here from the Russians. And 20 minutes into this fixture, it's still 0-0, but both sides making this a very, very entertaining affair. Here's Mertens into the path of Lukaku. Back to Mertens again. In for Hazard. Takes the touch! Oh, he's hit the post! Oh, well, we've had another big opportunity there, and Hazard hits the post. And it's out. Oh, that's so unlucky. We might see a replay of that later on. Now here's Zobnin for the Russians. Into Moranchuk. Back to Zobnin. He's got the ball back. Tielemans stops there. Zobnin in there for Smolov! Oh, it's in! And the Russians have opened the scoring. It's Russia 1, Belgium 0, and it's Fedor Smolov! Here we go. Here we go. This game has been absolutely fantastic in the first 20 minutes. And we have a goal for the Russians. And well, both of these sides have been absolutely battering each other with chances. But the Russians have taken the lead. And how about that? Fedor Smolov. Well, look at this for an opportunity. I've got to say, that is absolutely incredible there from Zobnin. Lovely ball into Fedor Smolov at the back post. He was not saving that. And what a goal that is. And I tell you what, this is going to be an absolutely incredible tournament. Because as it stands, it's Russia 1, Belgium 0. Are the Russians going to continue on this tournament like they did at the World Cup 2018? What a goal! Now, we've already had a message here from Higster. He wants Nainggolan and Nainggolan and Tielemans to be changed here. So let me quickly change those up in terms of the positions. But my lord, what an incredible goal that was! What an incredible goal to open this game. And 20 minutes in, it's Russia 1, Belgium 0. How will they respond? Here's Tielemans. Into De Bruyne. To Lukaku. Lukaku goes for goal, but it's saved there. It's a simple save for Igor Akinfeev. And, well, here come Mario Fernandes. They're such a good side so far, the Russians. Look at them go. Try hitting it long. And the referee is going to give... I think he's giving a free kick there. No, he's giving a throw-in. I was about to say then, we're going to wonder why they're giving a free kick. Here's Witsel. Into Eden Hazard. He's going to work the ball. Oh, he's passed it long. In for Lukaku! Oh, it's a great save by Igor Akinfeev. He's kept in play. Lukaku holds the ball up. Could he have another chance? It's blocked. Into Nainggolan. He's going to whip this one in. Nainggolan holds the ball. In for Hazard. Great defending there by Zhikia. And tell you what, Lukaku there with a great opportunity. Oh, now here comes Smolov. He's driving down the pitch. Smolov still got the ball into Moranchuk. Works it towards Golovin. And great defending there by Raja Nainggolan. I tell you what, this is an absolutely fascinating fixture. This tournament really has come to life now. We weren't having goals in those first few games, but Group B has really lit this tournament up so far. Here's De Bruyne. It's a Hazard. Tries to loft it high, but it's blocked there. And the Russians have been absolutely fantastic here. Where we are having another change here. Higster says, can he change from counter-attack to poor possession? So let me change that up into possession game. There we go. So a couple of changes here from the Belgian side. I think they're starting to panic. 35 minutes in, the Russians really are doing quite well in this game. Here's Zoblin into Moranchuk. Moves it to Gazinski. And here's Smolov again. Great hold-up play. Moranchuk. Passes back to Gazinski. Into Zobnin. Back to Moranchuk. Some great football here from the Russians. Now, Golovin, it's cleared away. Of course, any of the players that are playing this tournament, you can change up your tactics and formations and everything, just like Hitzer has done, so keep your eyes out throughout the tournament to be able to change your tactics. But 40 minutes in here, Nainggolan is going to move this into Vertonghen. Back to Witsel. They are going to start to try and hold possession. It's lofted high for Lukaku. It's a good header, but there's no one there to claim the ball. And here come the Russians again. Now it's Mertens in for Lukaku. Oh, it's great defending once again. The Russians stayed absolutely resolute. And the referee is going to add on some additional time in a moment. Not the greatest of balls there. De Bruyne with Lukaku. We've got a minute of additional time. Can there be one last chance in this game? Cheryshev. It's a Zirkov. Gazinski. And there can't, because as it stands at half-time, it's Russia 1, Belgium 0. And what a goal that was to absolutely shock the Belgians. Well, both sides have had a massive amount of opportunities. 8 shots so far. Only 1 on target for the Russians. And my word, what a goal that was. 2 shots on target there for the Belgians. They've got a lot of work to do in this second half. But what a shock that was. Let's have a look at the highlights of the first half before we go into the second half of this game. Well, let's take a breather for a moment because this has been the standout game so far. In the 4th minute, Moranchuk had a decent opportunity on the volley, but it wasn't really going to test the goalkeeper at all. A little bit frustrated there with his opportunity on goal. And then he actually came back again a little bit later on because Moranchuk had another opportunity. But before that, Denis Cheryshev, in the 9th minute, I thought this was in the back of the net, just wide. I think it even clips... Does it clip the side of the post as well? Yeah, literally clips the post. And that was a fascinating opportunity to really smack in what could have been one of the goals of the tournament in the 9th minute. But then came De Bruyne in the 13th minute. First opportunity of the game, which came for the Belgians. It was hit from just outside the box, but a blocked opportunity. And then Moranchuk once again came out with the acrobatics in the 17th minute once again. This time it was a little bit more closer to the goal, but wasn't close enough. Then in the 20th minute, Eden Hazard, lovely work from Lukaku. And he had the opportunity that clipped the post. It could have honestly been 1-1. But the Russians have absolutely stood tall. And then, out of nowhere, after the opportunity that hit the post in the 23rd minute, what a ball from Zobnin. He whipped this in, and at the back post, Fedor Smolov stood tall. Courtois was not going to save that. And as it stands, it's Russia 1, Belgium 0. I've got to say, just have a look at this goal again, Zobnin. Lovely, lovely cross into Smolov. Look at how high he jumps for that ball. Incredible, incredible work. Well, we are having a little bit of a change here. Higster is saying, can he change all-out defence to the other one? He can indeed, so I will sort that out. And in terms of Doherty right now, he will be absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing, because Fedor Smolov is absolutely ripped one, and normally that'd be Zuba scoring that. Of course, he's 6'5". It was actually Smolov banging that one in, and we're going to the second half here. Well, here we go. What an incredible first half of football that was. And as it stands, the Russians are 1-0 up against the Belgians in a game that has been absolutely fantastic for chances. Smolov with the goal, Lukaku hitting the post, a couple of long-range efforts. This has been the standout game so far. But here we go, second half. Can the Belgians get back in this? Here's Hazard. He's going to try and work this into Lukaku. And the referee has given a free kick here for the Belgians. And well, in the 48th minute, this is in a great position to hit this one. You know, some very tight defending there from the Russians. But Hazard is absolutely taken down. And this could be an opportunity to get back in the game. 48 minutes on the clock. Who is going to stand over this one? Eden Hazard stands over this free kick. And it's saved by Igor Akinfeev. Just. It's a decent little free kick. But the Russians stand tall. And with 40 minutes of this game left, I think E. Doherty will be at the edge of his seat. He is the manager of Russia for this tournament. They've been outstanding so far. Now, here come the Russians. Fedor Smolov moves it into Denis Cheryshev. He's going to keep running here. He keeps going. Into Zhirkov! Well, the 36-year-old, you might remember him for his days at Chelsea, thought he could hit that on the volley, but unfortunately, it goes wide of the mark. Here's company. The Belgians taking their time here. They've still got 45 minutes, about 35 minutes even, to get back into this game. De Bruyne hits it long for Lukaku. Into Mertens, who has had a bit of a tough season at Napoli in real life, of course. They've been struggling towards the mid-table position in Italy, but can they get back in? We'll find out here. The referee's given another free kick here to the Belgians, this time a little bit further out. Not in as much of a convincing position to hit this. But yeah, a bit of a tackle there. Mertens not really happy with the foul from Gazinski. And the referee pulls this back for a free kick. Now, is this going to be whipped in? It's got to be, surely. We'll find out what happens here. Eden Hazard is going to stand over this one. Lofted into the box. Oh, it's just wide. Well, Yuri Tielemans was standing there, ready to head that in. But the ball just went over, and the Russians are really, really doing well in this game so far. 59th minute. Here's Mario Fernandes, of course, used to be Brazilian in real life, now is Russian. Into Golovin, who tries to hit this long. Cleared away here by Nangolan. Into the path of Zobnin, who moves it to Golovin. Back to Zobnin. Into Moranchuk. He's in the box. Works the ball. Moranchuk. Great block. Great block. And I tell you what, the Russians are having a pretty good game now. Here's Hazard, who holds the ball, and look at the runner Nangolan here. He's being out-muscled into Lukaku! Oh, he's missed it. Oh, he's missed it. Well, that was the opportunity to get back into the game. That was the opportunity to get back into this match. Just wide of the mark again, and the Belgians are holding on big time. They need to get a goal here. And, well, we're having a change already here. The manager is not happy with Lukaku. In fact, he's even changing Lukaku here. Lukaku's coming off. And Batshuayi is going to come on in this game. And well, the manager is absolutely fuming with his side right now. And he keeps going. And well, there's a change here. Romelu Lukaku is coming off. The manager, Higster, is not happy with that opportunity. And on comes Michy Batshuayi. He's not had a great deal of chances at Chelsea in real life. Can he score for the Belgians and get them back into it? But Lukaku is off here. Higster is really not happy with his side. Now, here come the Russians. Mario Fernandes into Golovin. Back to Zobnin. Are they about to win their first ever fixture against the Russians? Miranchuk. Oh, it's a great ball, but Fedor Smolov can't get that. And there is going to be a corner here for the Russians. This could be a great opportunity to make this a double. It's hit short. Fernandes into Zhikia. He's moving it down into the middle of the field to Zobnin. Into Smolov. Blocked. Unlucky there. Headed. Now for Fernandes. In for the acrobatics again. But I tell you what, he's just wide once again. He's offside just by an absolute whisker. But I tell you what, a lot of these players love to go for the acrobatics in this game. And it still stands. Russia 1, Belgium 0. Where's Origi? You got no hope without him. Just make. That's what Chris Welch has just said in the chat. He's not happy there. Now Origi's not in. Oh, now it is Hazard. He's just turned the defenders. Can he work it here? He's been pulled down. The referee plays on. No penalty given. I think the Belgians will be absolutely furious there. There's been no penalty. It could have been. And now, here come the Russians. Moranchuk. Poor ball. And I think the referee there should have potentially gone and back, looked back at that. Because that could have potentially been a penalty. Who knows? The Belgians will not be happy there. Yeah, Higster in the chat is calling for VAR. I mean, it's not really a tight call in my opinion, but I'm just commentating. It's not my job to tell you whether it's a penalty or not. Now, here's Yuri Zhirkov. He's about 45,000 years old. You might remember him for Chelsea back in the day. Moves it into Moranchuk. Into Gazinski. Now that's a fantastic ball, but Denis Cheryshev just can't get to that ball. And with 12 minutes left of this game, E. Doherty is absolutely buzzing right now. We're having another change here. Hazard out wide and Mertens into a shadow striker. So I'm guessing you kind of want it... Let me move it like that. Do you want it like that? And you have 3 up top and maybe move... Do you want De Bruyne to move in a bit more towards Batshuayi? So you've kind of got Nainggolan and De Bruyne as attacking midfielders. I'll just make sure on that one. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll kind of put him out. I'll put him there. So do you want it like that, or do you want them a bit more closer into each other? Just to make sure we get the tactics right here for each player. Left mid, we're having Miranchuk. So let me get Miranchuk there as the left attacking mid. We're going to move Cheryshev into the middle. That's all right. Boom. Oh, 81 rated geezer. We're having as the left attacking mid. There we go. The other Miranchuk. There's 2 of them now. We love it. Right, let's keep going here. Both guys are happy with their teams. Let's get back into the game. So here comes Mertens, who's looking a little bit tired. Into Michy Batshuayi. Just come on the field, of course. He works the ball back to Mertens. The Belgians have got a lot of work to do here with 10 minutes to go. Can they nick an equaliser? Here's Mertens. Oh, it's a poor work there from Mertens. But the referee's going to pull it back for a free kick here. Are they going to hold the ball? They do indeed. Nainggolan into Mr. Witsel. He moves it to Mertens. Back to De Bruyne. Into Mertens. For De Bruyne. They're onto the far side of the field here. And that is fantastic defending there by Yuri Zirkov. Well, both sides are wanting to make changes late on here. Whether these changes are made or not, it depends on whether the ball really goes out of play or a free kick is given. Gazinski makes a little mishap there. Now it's Mertens into Hazard, into Batshuayi, back to Tielemans. And the referee has given another free kick here in a pretty decent position. Well, the Russians are not happy with this. As you can see here, Yuri Tielemans is tackled by Denis Cheryshev. Cheryshev is pretty furious with the ref here. It's a very small tackle. But could this be hit? This has to go in. At this stage of the game, this has to go in. Eden Hazard. And he hits the wall. Well, that pretty much sums up how Belgium have played so far. We're down to the last couple of minutes here. Witsel really needs to hit this one in. Nainggolan into Hazard. Into Witsel. In for Tielemans. For Mertens. He's taken down. The ref plays on. And now, with 3 minutes of additional time, the Russians can push forward here. Smolov into Miranchuk. Back to Smolov. For Gazinski. Into Miranchuk. And Alderweireld can get there. And with a minute left on the clock, the Belgians have to push forward now. They're passing it back. And the referee blows his whistle. Well, the first shock of this tournament. The Russians have just beaten the Belgians. Fedor Smolov with an absolutely incredible goal in the 20th minute has just shocked the Russians. And well, it really has been a poor game today for the Russians. Didn't really have many amazing opportunities at goal. Hazard, he clipped the bar in the 20th minute. 3 minutes later, the Russians went on to score. They had plenty of opportunities, a couple of free kicks that were given their way. There was even a slight penalty shout in this game. But, as it stands, the Russians take home an incredible 3 points. Fair play, well done there. And of course, you can see with the stats, 7 shots for each side, 3 on target for both, 55% possession for the Belgians, 45% for the Russians. They just stood absolutely tall. And what a game of football that was. An absolute standout fixture. So as it stands, the way that the tournament has run so far, Turkey 0, Italy 0, Switzerland 0, Wales 0. Group A was certainly not the most intriguing of matches so far. But then the goals started coming. Group B, Denmark 1, Finland 0. A fantastic goal from Nikolaj Jorgensen late on in that fixture won the game for the Danish. And the Russians and Belgium, what a contest that was. The Russians shocked the Belgians 1-0, which means as it stands, Group A, they're all stuck on 1 point each. No goals scored, which means that group is certainly wide open. Plenty to play for in Group A. As for Group B, Belgium sit bottom of Group B. Denmark and Russia currently sit the top of the groups. But remember, the third placed best teams do make it to the knockouts. So for those of you that do sit third, you aren't knocked out instantly of the competition. So, wow. What an incredible set of games we had there. Fantastic matches. And even some shock surprises in this game for match day 2. But keep your eyes out because the competition just starts there. June 14th, which is tomorrow, we are live on YouTube for the following fixtures. The Netherlands take on the Ukraine. Romania take on Austria. And that big fixture between England and Croatia. It's 3 PM tomorrow on YouTube. The link is in the chat for you guys that want to see that game. However, keep your eyes out because what I am going to do is I will stream the highlights of those games on Twitch at probably about 8 to 9 PM UK time. So for those of you that haven't got the access to the YouTube and that, will have the highlights live on Twitch TV as well. So keep your eyes out. But other fixtures to come up over the next week. June 15th, we have the Czech Republic versus Israel, Spain versus Sweden, and Bosnia versus Poland. That's 3 PM UK time on Twitch TV before the big one. Group F, Kosovo versus Portugal, and that big fixture between Germany and France. That is at 3 PM on YouTube. So thank you very much for everybody that has watched the tournament today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Overall, we finally had some goals, but unfortunately, disappointment for the Belgians. We'll see you tomorrow for some incredible fixtures, especially England versus Croatia. See you tomorrow. That's 3 PM YouTube. The link is in the chat as always. And if you are watching on YouTube for the highlights, the link to Twitch for the other games is in the description. But once again, the Belgians have got a lot to worry about. Good night.